What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So Kamala Harris, it looks like Kamala Harris will be the nominee for the Democratic Party. And so the first question that I have, and I know a lot of my viewers are going to want to know the answer to this question, how does she feel about Social Security? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And you guys are going to be shocked. There's some good news in this. But before we get started, if you guys can do two things for me, just like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. This is coming from CNBC. Okay, and this was an article that was just written yesterday. And when it comes to Social Security, as senator, so this is when she was a senator, Harris co-sponsored the Social Security Expansion Act. Okay, the Social Security Expansion Act, this is Bernie Sanders' plan. This is the $200 raise for Social Security. Okay, and then it says, which would increase benefits and the annual cost of living adjustment. It would also require wealthy Americans to pay more into the program as it faces funding shortfalls. President Joe Biden and I will protect Social Security. Donald Trump will not. Harris posted this in June on X. Okay, the contrast is clear. That's what she said in the tweet. So you see that she was a co-sponsor, not just a supporter. She was a co-sponsor of Senator Bernie Sanders' plan when she was a senator, okay? That is good news. That means that she will most likely champion that proposal, and that's good. That's a $200 raise for Social Security. Now, something else that's good about this, you had President Biden running for re-election, and we all know that he's deciding not to run for re-election, and he's endorsing Kamala Harris. But when he was running, we knew that he wasn't in favor of this $200 raise for Social Security, okay, the plan that provided the $200 raise for Social Security. Even though back in 2020, he did say that he supports a $200 raise, or he thinks that people receiving Social Security benefits should see a $200 raise for Social Security. But the problem with that proposal is the $250,000 or more. So if you're working and you earn $250,000 or more, you're going to have to start paying into the payroll contribution again. And that's the problem that President Biden has with this proposal, because he has made a pledge that he is not going to raise taxes on people making less than $400,000. And so he wasn't able to champion that proposal because of the $250,000 or more. So if you're making over $250,000, he didn't want to tax those people. He only wanted to tax people making over $400,000. However, we have not heard from Kamala Harris about how she feels. And obviously, if she's a co-sponsor of Senator Bernie Sanders' bill, the $250,000 or more, that bill, well, then guess what? She must be open to taxing people that make $250,000 or more. So that's good when it comes to Bernie Sanders' bill. Obviously, there's a lot that needs to happen. There's a lot that's going to transpire in the coming weeks. We have an election. She has to actually win an election. Not only does she have to win an election, but we have to see the Democrats take over the House, and we have to see the Democrats maintain the Senate, but we really want to see them gain seats in the Senate in order for this to even be possible. Because what we need 60 votes in the Senate, and then you're going to need the majority vote in the House. And so Hakeem Jeffries is going to have to be the speaker to bring this to the floor. He does support, actually, the Social Security 2100 Act, as well as Bernie Sanders' plan. So that would be good. So you would be able to at least get that passed in the House, and then it would go to the Senate, and the Senate would have to decide. Now, I'm saying this just to give you guys the information. I just want you to know how she feels about Social Security reform. And she also supports the Social Security 2100 Act, so Representative Larson's plan. And so Representative Larson's plan is supported by President Biden as well as Kamala Harris. So they both support that. But the better of the two, well, in my opinion, the better of the two is the Social Security 2100 Act, because it addresses more of the issues surrounding Social Security. But when it comes to financially, the $200 raise, Senator Bernie Sanders' plan would be more advantageous for people receiving Social Security benefits, because everyone would get that $200 raise with Social Security benefits. And I tell you, some of the benefits of that proposal has a lot of different benefits. It eliminates weapon GPO, something that I am very, very passionate about getting rid of. It cuts taxes for people, or actually eliminates taxes for people receiving Social Security benefits. Across the board increase. It's not a $200 per month increase, but it is an increase across the board, which I think is good. And so it addresses a lot of the different issues when it comes to Social Security. Obviously, it prolongs the program out for another 50 to 75 years. And Senator Bernie Sanders' plan also extends Social Security out for another 75 years. So both proposals are good. And we have to have this talk. We have to find out, how do these politicians feel about Social Security? I talked about just last week, we were talking about J.D. Vance. How does he feel about Social Security? I gave you guys my opinion when it comes down to how he feels about it, but I haven't heard any real information about, he hasn't talked about it. Okay, so all that he said is he doesn't want to cut Social Security, or we shouldn't be cutting Social Security and Medicare. But he's not going any further than that. And just saying that you don't want to cut Social Security and Medicare, that's not enough. We know that reform needs to happen. So we need politicians that want to move forward with reforming Social Security. And at this point, former President Trump is saying the same thing. He'll never cut Social Security. He'll never cut Medicare. But he's not talking about any type of proposal moving forward. And so we'll have to see what happens in the future. Now that Kamala Harris is the presumptive nominee, she's going to be asked these questions about Social Security, and we'll have to see what she says. Is she going to use the same playbook that President Biden is using, the $400,000 or more, or is she going to say, no, I co-sponsored the Social Security Expansion Act, Bernie Sanders' plan, and I support a $200 raise for Social Security? So we'll have to see what she says. But if you guys have questions, like always, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. And one more thing before we go. I have a change.org petition that we put together here, and I want you guys to go over here. I will post the information. It'll be linked in the comment section. It'll be pinned at the very, very top. And this petition demands an increase for Social Security benefits for our seniors. So right now we have 3,841 signatures, and we're trying to really get this going. And I've posted it probably about 2 months ago. And so here is the proposal. This is the information here, just so you guys know what it's all about. So please read that. And then if you'd like to post a video, you can do that. I might actually put that in a future video. So I might have your clip in a future video. And so if you want to participate in that, you can. But I just wanted to show you the petition. I haven't talked about it for a while. Please, if you've already signed it, please share it with your family and friends. That would help out as well. If you guys have any other questions or anything about that, you can let me know in the comments of this video. Thank you.